Hey boys and girls, this is Larry, ubrailroad.com. Check me out. Today is February 2nd, 2022, and it is very cold out today. Okay, today I am going to show you how to make rivets. Who needs rivets? Absolutely nobody. Then why do it? I'll tell you why. Because it adds such great detail to a actual riveted unit compared to a non-riveted one. I'm going to show you two methods today. One of them is using a drill press, and the other one is just using this quarter paper, okay? The first thing you want to do is, if you're going to make something, let's say you're going to make a ribbon or a beam like this, you want to decide how many rivet rolls you're going to have. I'm going to have 3 here. So I marked this in, this is 1/2 inch, so I went 1/8. Okay, works out perfect. Then what I did is I made this little fence just out of a piece of scrap wood, and I could align my piece of material right up to it. Okay, so the first thing I do is I drill a hole. I line it up so that the actual drill bit meets the first line. Then I move it up just a little bit for the first rivet. Then I go ahead and I drill it. And then all I got to do, see how I got each one of these marked off in increments? They're 1/4 inch increments. So once I drill it here, then I move the hole to the next 1/4 inch, drill it, it's right on the money. All the way down. You just keep doing that, keep doing that, keep doing that. Now I put this little piece of wood in here because this is real flimsy. This is like plasterboard or something. I don't know what it is, but anyway, like this here would be a band around my very large storage oil tank. So what I will do is I will start drilling holes, and then when you're all done, move it over to the middle one and then to the other one. Now offset these. I always put my middle one in between the 2 rows. So when you're all done, you're going to end up with something like this. I hope you can see the definition of those rivets. But you can see how nice and neat they come out when you use this method. Okay? Now, the second method is, if you can't bring your work to the little drill press, and you don't need a drill press. You can do this with just a regular Dremel, but you got to have a pretty good steady hand, okay? Don't try and use an electric drill because the bit's so small, you're going to be all over the place, believe me, okay? So what I did is I used this bit. This is a homemade drill bit I made, and it works perfect for drilling these holes just perfectly the way I want them. Now when you have to do your material, let's assume like this is the tender of a diesel, okay? What I do is I take this and I draw my line, and then I tape this, and you can see that this is 1/8 inch off. So I will drill in each one of these quarters, and if I want 2 rows, then I just slide the paper and I re-drill them all again. And then you'll have 2 perfect rows of rivets. Now what I use for rivets is, there's a million different needles and different things you could use out there, but I use these little 1/2 inch brad nails, okay? They work real good, they stay in place, they got a head on them. They're not round like a rivet, but if you want the round, you could find them. The only problem with it is that most of the time when you look for a round-headed nail like that, it really gets into some expensive stuff. Like I buy these in these big bundles like this. I probably get about 500 of them in here for like $1.95, I think, or if even that. That's 4 ounces worth, okay? If you were to buy the same thing in the round-headed, they'd be about $4 to $6.98 a piece. So I stick with them because they look good. Nobody can tell the difference if it's round-headed or not. I mean, unless you get right down there and, you know, bare and look right at it, you know. But anyway, this is the way I do rivets. Now again, there's a million different ways of doing it. This just is my way of doing it, which I have found to be very useful and productive, and it does a very nice work if you use everything the way I showed you how to set it up. Now you can use this in a small drill press too. Just make your board and then make it so, you know, you could slide, you know, which way ever, so that you could line your marking up to the drill bit. Once you do that, you're as good as gold. Well, anyway, you guys give it a try. If you like, leave a like. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe. If you got a comment, please leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you got a better idea, or you know, an easier way, or whatever. But I'd really appreciate hearing back from y'all. But in the meantime, you guys have a great day. This is Larry, over and out.